is Drawing Girl 4, and I'm going to be talking about, really, fandoms. There were certain things that really got me thinking about, and Jerry, aka Ballspawn, he made a new video. He wasn't really talking about the fandom, he was talking about trantestia. And to be perfectly honest, I can kind of get why trantestia bothers people, but people, especially the Celestia fans. Now, I myself am not a huge fan of Celestia. I like her. It's just that the show, it's just I view Celestia as Applejack. It's not that she's a bad character. I like her. It's just that there's not really a lot of character development, and not really a lot to go off, concerning the fact that most of the time Celestia is there, she's either instructing the main six to go freaking do something because Equestria is in danger, or she's just there to be nice and act all pretty or anything. Look, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but most of the time Celestia doesn't really do anything. And the main reason why is that Applejack kind of had the same problem. But both Applejack and Celestia kind of had the same problem when I first got into the fan base, which is why I personally liked Rainbow Dash and Princess Luna more than them. But thankfully, with episodes like Bats, the comics, and new episodes featuring Celestia as a more higher character, I'm starting to like them more. Applejack, I like her a lot more than I used to, especially Fluttershy and Celestia. And to be perfectly honest, despite the fact that I like Luna more, I don't think Celestia deserves any of the hate that she gets. And you want to know what makes things worse? There are tons of anime fans, I'm just bringing about the whole Celestia Tyrant thing. And you don't know what Tyrant Lestia is. There are three effed up, Celestia theories. One of them is that she's a rapist, which doesn't really make any sense. The only reason why I think people would think that is simply because of 4chan and that crazy blog. And the other belief is that she's a troll, and I can see her being a troll, like someone who likes to trick people, but so I guess that's not too far off, but more of a fun, trickster troll, not those, trolls that generally are mean to people and try to hurt people. No, I don't see her like that at all. And the third one being Trilestia, where she's just this maleficent tyrant. And Jerry himself said that there's absolutely no way in the show that this headcanon theory could even exist. Okay. There are reasons in why, why this exists. I'm not saying that are in the actual show itself. I'm not saying that these things are valid or that I agree with them and that in any way they support this theory, but here they are. And that is, Celestia banished her sister. And second, Celestia messes with the cakes. And that's really about it. And to be perfectly honest, if anyone thinks that is the example of being a tyrant, then I don't know what to freaking say. I'm not going to say any insults or anything because I don't want to be the silly person that goes around insulting them just because they think of something that's silly. But yeah, sorry. I just get all frazzled up and things like this. But the main thing is the first thing that plans complain about. Oh, wait, and the third thing. And that is Celestia constantly puts the main six in danger. I always used to wonder this too, and why she would do this. Do this. A lot of people think that's really because Celestia doesn't give a crap. Well, the more I realize into the show and the comics itself, it's not because Celestia doesn't give a crap, it's simply because Celestia wants to teach the ponies something. She wants to teach them to learn because, in a way, they are going to become the rulers of Equestria. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not saying that all the ponies are rulers of Equestria, that from the end, of the season finale, they're kind of in a round table like thing. So my guess is that the show's the main six are probably going to be more of a friendshipish government rather than just merely princesses that control things with really just that. But Yeah. Anyways, as I was saying that to be perfectly honest, don't you guys think that Celestia would be more it'd be worse for Celestia to just basically do all the challenges that the main six face rather than do that? Celestia didn't do it because she was putting them in danger. Celestia would never put the main six in danger. She loves them very dearly, and she knows when it's a dangerous situation. Heck, in the comics, in Equestria Girls, Celestia told the main six not to go because it would be dangerous. Now in Equestria Girls, it never really explained how the Celestia had the knowledge that there would be pony human counterparts, or really, I guess, human pony to the ponies, but ponies in Twilight is the only one that didn't have a ponyish counterpart or wasn't there. But Celestia knew that, and Celestia knew that if the ponies went with them, things would not go well. And that go well, so that outright proves it. And to be perfectly honest, if Celestia did, quote unquote, help the main six, do you think the main six would be in this powerful friendship knowledgeable character growth state they would be at now? No, they would be the same reckless characters, characters we barely knew from the first episode that got higher up for absolutely no freaking reason. So that thing right there is illogical. And second, the cakes. Alright, the fact that the cakes were nervous is not because she's a tyrant. It's because they're trying to please someone who is very important, and they knew that, and they don't want to like give her something that's less because they really care about her. Okay, imagine this. What if your favorite superhero, whether it be Spider-Man or whatever, what if he was real, and what if you were going to visit him? Wouldn't you be pretty nervous too? Oh my gosh, I have to impress him somehow. Like what if I do something stupid or say something stupid? Like, oh my gosh, because that's the way the ponies view Celestia, and that's why they were nervous. And another thing, as for Celestia messing with them, it wasn't because she was a tyrant, and it wasn't anything mean. It was just playful messing around. It was just Celestia knew they were nervous, so she did something silly and fun to lighten up the mood. And as for the number one thing, she banished Luna from the moon. Oh my gosh. Okay, I know the show doesn't really give a lot of insight on this, but considering the fact that now it did, let me tell you this. Luna became Nightmare Moon, an evil, all-powerful, nightmarish monster controlled by the Nightmare Forces, well, in the comics at least, that is all guard in bringing eternal night and overall suffering to the ponies. What should Celestia have done? Say Luna, okay, Luna, you're evil and you're probably gonna destroy my entire land, kingdom, and subjects. Go do that, because, I don't want to hurt my sister because I'm a fucking pussy. Sorry for the language, because I'm a freaking, wussy and stuff. Just go ahead and do that. And then have all for Celestia's subjects die, and, and then have that be ruined. No, Celestia came to a shocking realization that the only thing she could do was banish Luna to the moon. It was hard for Celestia to do, but she had to do it to save her subjects. And to save her subjects. Because, to be perfectly honest, Celestia could have done a lot worse. Heck, Celestia could have freaking killed Luna, and if she did kill Luna, like as cruel as it may seem, like she had every right to do it. I mean, Luna was probably going to kill every pony and ruin their lives because of the Nightmare Forces and Nightmare Moon and what she was. But no, Celestia didn't even kill her. She just banished her to Moon, which seems cruel, but she was at least alive. And sure, she was alone, but Luna at least still lived. And to make things worse, Celestia actually hated what she'd done. I mean, throughout her entire life, which was 1,000 years, by the way, for 1,000 freaking years, she was without her sister, and was reminded every day by just simply seeing the moon that you banished your own sister. Isn't that hard enough? So yeah, that's the main things I hate about the Trilestia theories and the main thing that people do. But going back to Trilestia, what Jerry was talking about, I honestly don't get why Jerry is so worked up over it. I mean, I know it's a horrible and a downright idiotic way of portraying Celestia, but I barely even see Trilestia in the fandom anymore. Heck, even in the young days of Celestia, not Celestia, I mean, even in the young days of the fandom, I've never really seen, them do that with Celestia and where she's this massive tyrant. Like, the most I've seen is her sending ponies to the moon, but that was more for the purpose of humor. I never really seen her be mean or actually hurt any pony when I first got into the fandom in 2012, and I don't see it period now. Heck, I barely even see Brony saying "to the moon" jokes anymore. So yeah, I honestly don't get why he's so worked up over that, but. Personally, whenever there's bronies that are off, I just ignore them. Especially mysterious Mr. Enter. Mr. Enter. I want to punch him in the face. Anyways, going off from that, I just really ignore the bronies that are downright stupid because this is how I view it. There are no such thing as a bad fandom. There is such thing as bad fans, and. Sorry, and personally, to be quite honest, I'm sorry, I got lost in my train of thought. And to be perfectly, that's really all I do, and I don't think Lestia is that big of a deal anymore. And to be honest, I still think that this is a pretty great fandom. Sure, there are bad things in it, but all I really do is ignore the bad fans because, of course, not all fans are like that. And most of the fandom, which I've seen, are pretty tolerable, to be quite honest. And another thing, the people that are getting worked over Lestia, like Jerry here. Like, I honestly think that you should just look at it in my point, because I think you're kind of like hurting the brony community too much, Jerry, and all. Jerry, I'm not saying that this fandom is perfect. No, it's not perfect. Perfect. There's no such thing as perfect in general, but it's just that there are a lot worse things I've seen fandoms like Littlest Pet Shop fandoms and how they constantly say, "Oh my gosh, the new Littlest Pet Shop toys! That show is horrible! Hasbro, eh!" Or the Sonic fandom that says, "Oh my gosh, every single Sonic game sucks! Hasbro!" Sorry, I mean, oh my gosh, every single new Sonic game sucks! Sega, why can't you just go back to the old Sonic in the 90s? Why can't it be my childhood again? Oh my gosh, why does Shadow's voice change? Why do we have this new character called Marine the Raccoon? Wait, no. Why do you have this new character called Styx the Badger? We already have enough characters as it is. I don't like Styx's voice. Her style looks too much like Marine. I mean, they totally copied Marine. Oh my gosh, all the new plots, the games. I mean, just from that, I can tell you it could have been a lot worse. Just from saying that. And that's really my thing. A thing on it. The fandom does have a lot of its flaws. Like, for example, like I was kind of like, really, guys, and how everybody's like, oh my gosh, Twilicorn's gonna ruin the fandom and all this stuff, and then I'm all like, okay, how does making her a higher power, and giving her wings ruin her character? That's not ruining her character. That's character growth. And Equestria Girls. Alright, a movie that was made for the fans, that existed only because of the fan art, which is merely for fun, and has no relation to the friendship is magic whatsoever. Hasbro himself said it's just for the bronies, and it's not canon to FIM whatsoever. It's gonna ruin the entire show and franchise. Stuff like that. but comparing silly outbursts like that to say a silly outburst like that to say people complaining that every single news